A local optometrist is retiring after 39 years of practice, with 30 of those years dedicated to helping the West Virginia Army National Guard Aviation Unit. Our L.V. Hissom tells us more about Dr. Joe Weaver in this week's This Is Home.
This is Home, sponsored by A1 Heating and Cooling and TB Dentistry.
Dr. Joe Weaver with Vienna Eye Clinic has dedicated a significant portion of his career helping the West Virginia Army National Guard's Aviation Unit by helping to ensure their site remains in good condition. During a celebration marking his retirement, soldiers from the National Guard awarded Dr. Weaver for his decades of care for them.
The Public Service Commendation Medal is presented with the deepest gratitude for his unwavering contribution to the success and safety of the West Virginia Army National Guard Aviation Program. Signed this day by Todd R. Fredericks, Colonel, Medical Corps, West Virginia Army National Guard State Surgeon. Good clap.
Dr. Weaver says his inspiration for helping the National Guard came from his love for the community that he grew up in.
It's just mainly because I grew up here. I knew everyone, and they'd call and ask for help, and I was not smart enough to say no. And I think what's the most rewarding part is being part of the community. You're the eye doctor in Vienna and things like that. So I think I take that away more than anything, just being part of everything.
Major Nicole McClure with the West Virginia National Guard Aviation Medicine Program says that she has known Dr. Weaver since 2007. She says that he is wonderful to work with and praises him and his staff for all of the hard work that they have dedicated to the aviation program.
He's just really easygoing, super friendly, the nicest person, just a great individual, very patriotic, and I think he loves the military. He always is taking really great care of our soldiers, and so does his staff.
Following his retirement, Dr. Weaver will leave Dr. Kayla Campbell in charge of Vienna Eye Clinic. She says that in her time knowing Dr. Weaver that it is very easy to see that his patients love him.
He definitely has a very outgoing personality and everybody loves him. It's evident from the time you walk in the door to the time you leave that patients love him, staff loves him. He's super funny. He's just a really, really great guy. So I am absolutely honored to be able to kind of fill his shoes and go from here.
When asked if they had a message for Dr. Weaver, Major McClure and Dr. Campbell both expressed their gratitude towards him, his work, and his willingness to give back to the community.
Just thank you. I mean, thank you for just being so patriotic and taking care of our soldiers. We always knew that they were in good hands when we sent them down here, never any concern. I've never heard a negative thing about him or any of his staff from everyone that's come here over the years.
Thank you for taking care of everyone in my hometown and providing great care for them, and he's just been such an instrumental part of the community that we can't thank him enough for just being here and being who he is.
Dr. Weaver also left off with a message of his own.
I just want to thank all my patients and all the people in this community for letting me have a life here and my kids to grow up, and it's been a great place to be.
In Vienna, L.V. Hissom for WTAP News. This is Home.
Dr. Campbell says that when she takes the helm at Vienna Eye Clinic, they will be rebranding as Visionary Eye Clinic. They do plan on continuing to provide care for the West Virginia Army National Guard after Dr. Weaver's retirement.